24 hours after the Syrian government announced a unilateral three-day truce on Wednesday, government forces, along with their allies, laid siege to the rebel-controlled east of Aleppo city. Rebels are fighting back, but the only road in and out of the enclave is within firing range of the army, which is now a kilometer away from Castello Road. 300,000 Syrians are trapped. The offensive is not the only ceasefire violation reported by the opposition. Hours after the military said it would silence its guns for the Muslim Eid holiday, this happened. Casualties were caused when an airstrike targeted the town of Jazeera in Idlib province. It wasn't the only ceasefire violation reported by the opposition. It accused the government of targeting other areas as well.
We were under the impression that there is a truce, and it's Eid for goodness sake. In what faith is this allowed, to kill with such brutality, even during the days when people are supposed to celebrate?
It's not the first time the Syrian government has announced a truce during Eid holidays. Then, just like now, it appears to be shaky. The rebel groups were skeptical following the announcement by Syrian military commanders, but did say they would abide by the truce if the government was serious. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry was quick to react to the ceasefire announcement. He welcomed it and said discussions are underway with various parties, including the Russians, to try to extend the truce and transform it into a lasting one. A U.S.-Russian brokered ceasefire last February collapsed. Truce or not, Syrians in opposition-controlled neighborhoods across the country celebrated Eid, despite the threats of airstrikes. Members of the main opposition body in exile, the Syrian National Coalition, believes the government didn't announce the truce out of goodwill, but was pressured by the Kremlin. The opposition says the Russian government has recently reduced military support to the Syrian government and its allies.
The regime announced a truce because of the losses it has been suffering in Latakia countryside and in the southern countryside of Aleppo. The regime is in a difficult position, especially now that Russia and Turkey mended relations.
The people of Syria don't know if the renewed ties between Russia and Turkey, who support opposing sides in the war, will help bring about an end to the conflict. They only hope that there could be some diplomatic breakthrough now that the Russian and U.S. governments are again talking about cooperation. Sana Khudr, Al Jazeera, Gaziantep.